Hey, so what's good, heavy hitters? So apparently I'm going to be able to drop you guys some videos a little more often now. I hurt my knee, so I'm not going to be doing the crazy stuff that I've been doing, going to boot camp in the morning and then going to work from there and blah, 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 trying to make family meet. So I don't know how long my knee's going to be messed up. It hurts pretty good, but that's the way things go. Um, Wow. You know, there's a book out there. It's called Just for Today. It's through Narcotics Anonymous. And I would recommend, whether you're an addict or not, that you pick up that book and just, I shuffle through the pages and stop on any page. It doesn't matter, because whatever's going on in my life is usually pretty much laid out in that book. Um, you know, Being an ex-convict, you come out here and you've got quite a few things going against you, and starting with ourselves. You know what I mean? Like, I get in my way all the time, and I try and stay out of my way. I try and stay in the positiveness. And, when you're putting in 45, 50, 60-hour work weeks, I understand how you guys get frustrated and, dealing with the traffic and doing all this fun stuff, and then having to do the come home, cook for you, the old lady, just all this stuff. I get all these questions you guys asking me about mental illness inside. Okay, for starters, if you take hot meds, you can't be an active member. You can't be an active gang member. So it's a major no-no. A lot of people go that route because they plan on collecting SSI when they get out, doing the week way or whatever. I believe I have enough time in to where I could probably go down and apply for SSI, but what would that do? That would keep me stuck. You know what I mean? Like, I would be just figuring I had this little income coming in, and I wouldn't be chasing what I have to chase. And in order to maintain, a household for your family and stuff, you have to hustle. It's just plain and simple. One job isn't enough sometimes, especially if your old lady doesn't work and you're taking care of her, you're taking care of you, the car, the gas, the insurance, all this fun stuff that we're not accustomed to dealing with. Me, I let my mail pile up because I don't think to open it, Inside, you don't know what I would have done for a letter. You know what I mean? Go calendars without a letter and be praying for a letter. Out here, I don't even want to open the mail, you know what I mean? All it is them telling me how they're going to take my money one way or another, So my boy Dean, he's coming up. He's got coming up on 40 something days now, I believe. I'm really proud of him. He's doing really good. It's good to see people that were active inside come out here. And he's like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to last very long out here. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, you don't ever have to go back. You know what I mean? I'm here to tell you don't ever have to go back. And then, we have the standard smart ass comment, oh, great, how am I going to eat? Well, you get out and you hustle, man. That's how you eat. Inside, people draw envelopes, they make money bags, they do laundry, they do just about anything you can think of to make a dollar. You know what I mean? Only the bigger fish are doing the drug dealing and this and that, So, I don't know. It's the same thing out here, you know what I mean? Whether you're washing cars on the weekend or doing whatever you got to do as a side hustle to make it happen, I also get a lot of questions about suicide. Do a lot of people commit suicide, this or that? Well, it's considered really weak. It's not how you want to be remembered, neither by your family nor by the fellas. You know what I mean? Oh, he killed himself, man. I don't know. The mental illness part thing it's something that I don't touch on. You know what I mean? People tell me all the time that I'm probably somewhat mentally ill, and I'm sure that I'm not totally right, but I'm not totally left either. I try to stay balanced with what I have going on in life, and I play chess. You know what I mean? In my head, I'm always playing chess, trying to figure out how I could save to do this, how I could hustle to do that. And just like all you guys, only you got, you know, 20-year head start on me or whatever the case is. I have to come out here and just hustle. And it's rewarding, you know what I mean? Sometimes when I'm sitting out in front of Home Depot and I'm waiting to get picked up, you know, for a job, I'm like, man, this is my life right now, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, any day I'm able to do that sure beats walking through work change, you know what I mean, for 12 cents or 19 cents or 21 cents or even 95 cents an hour. You know, out here you're able to hustle, but you know, inside, if all you had to do, I mean, think about it, if all you had to do out here was clean some bathrooms in a dorm or clean your cell or do some kitchen work, paid your bills, you know what I mean, your rent, your food, all that, shit, life would be pretty easy, wouldn't you say? You know, in the sober livings, the guys are always just like, man, I gotta go to work and lie, you know, and I'm trying to live an honest program, and I'm on the phone lying, also known as telemarketing, I believe, you know, but like they have to do what they have to do, you know. I don't know. I'm just touching bases with you because I haven't been able to, but I wanted you guys to know why. I've been out there just trying to hustle and make ends meet. And it seems like the harder you work, the further behind you get, you know, which is, you know, I'm not the only one with that problem. I'm not the only one complaining about this. I'm sure of that, you know. I was watching today, the millennials are dating less and less because dating is too expensive. They feel that their financial means are not allowing them to go out on dates. They're not ahead of the game because they don't have the money yet. Yep, they got pockets full of money, but it's not where they want to be. Guess what? If any of us wait to be where we want to be before we start chasing, you know, love or trying to get this car or, man, thank God for goals, you know. My girl, she writes a to-do list every single night. You know what I mean? And some days I hate to put you out there like this, babe, but some days she just gets up and it says get dressed, take a shower, get dressed, go to, you know, brush teeth. Like, it's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? It reminds you of the things you need to do. And, you know, a lot of people seek attention. I was thinking about this, too. A lot of people seek attention no matter what type of attention they're seeking. And usually it's negative attention. You know, if you want to get out of the negative attention and let somebody in your family see that you're changing, you know, help mom out. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys are just kids and, you know, do the kitchen, man. Take the trash out. Do the driveway. You ain't got nothing to do anyway. You're talking about I'm bored. You know what I mean? Step up and be about something. Help them out with something. And I guarantee you that that's not going to be negative attention that you're getting. They're going to be like, damn, can you believe that Michael did that and I didn't even ask him? And then the next time you want something done for you, they're going to be a whole lot more likely to be like, you know what, he's been being all right, man, you know? And just little thoughts like that, little training exercises like that are going to be what keep you out of jail, man. You know, I watched this show, Live PD. Man, almost every one of them dudes talked themselves straight into jail. They just talked themselves into jail. You know, I don't know if it's because they're so high that they can't do anything but run their mouths and tell on themselves. Same thing with the first 48. You know what I mean? All them dudes, every single one of them tell them. The only words you should know when you get pulled over for any kind of charge is abogado, also known as lawyer. You know what I mean? Don't be thinking you can convince them as to why you did it. It was, you know, like it's justified. You know, he was a chomo or he stole it. Just don't say nothing. Keep your mouth shut. You know, I'm going to do a thing for Patreon and for the main channel, giving you a day-by-day how it starts. You know what I mean? From being cuffed up, taken over to Van Nuys Sheriff's Department or Van Nuys Police Department, and how it starts from there. You know what I mean? Waiting for the first 72 hours to go to court. I'm going to do a little skit for you and let you have a little idea as to exactly what you have to look forward to, you know. And my skit could change anytime, man. You know what I mean? The slightest little dumb shit could change everybody's skit. You guys could be in a riot before you know it. You could be getting jumped just because of your nationality, your race, your religion, color, creed, any of that stuff will get you jumped, you know. It's a great place to learn respect, man. You know, somebody said, did you get anything out of going to prison? Did you get anything positive out of it? And I did. I learned how to be respectful, man. You know what I mean? I learned not to eyeball another man's house, his cell, whatever you want to call it. You don't eyeball anybody else's property, man. You don't do that shit, you know? You say, excuse me, when you bump into people. People out here just don't do that, you know? Excuse me is a big thing. You know, just standard common courtesy that just isn't so common, let me tell you. Especially with these millennials. You know what I mean? Everybody think they all got this sense of entitlement that they are the most important person around. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, they should be waiting behind me, or whatever the case may be. You know, it's a little late right now. My knee was bothering me. I woke up and drank some tea, and I thought, you know what, I should shoot the tribe a little couple words, you know. Looking forward to going back and crawling into bed with Harriet, and, you know, just, man, the things that we take for granted. You know, before it was a PIA pillow that I used to snuggle up to, or a old county-ass blanket. Now I get the smell of a beautiful woman next to me, you know. Things people take for granted out here are just crazy. You know, like I said, just even inside, going through work change it's a plus, man. You know what I mean? You got a job, you got some kind of pay number coming in. It also means you're programming. So if you're just doing it, if you have a EPRD, which stands for earliest possible release date, you might make it. You know what I mean? If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, programming, doing what you're supposed to be doing, you're not getting in the mix. I got quite a few kids been hitting me up. I'm getting ready to go in for my first term. What do I do? Do I smash the first big guy on site? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, don't let any of these movies convince you guys as to how it's supposed to be. First of all, we're trying not to go, right? But if we are going, we're going to be respectful. Even though you're not supposed to be consorting with other races and whatnot, you're still respectful to them, man. It's just how it is. You treat everybody with respect, and in return, hopefully you get that back. You know, I don't know. I'm looking forward to getting back on track with you guys. I missed you, but you know what I mean? Like, YouTube doesn't pay anything to where, you know, like I could make a livelihood out of this right now. I mean, I'd have to have a couple million views just to make anything, you know? Like, so for those of you who don't know, and everyone thinks they're all getting super rich on YouTube, it's 1/10 of a cent per channel, per view if they watch the video, if they watch the commercials. So 1/10 of a cent, 10 views equals a penny. So you guys do the math from there. And I don't do it, you know, just for the money. Of course, that was always a thought, a plus to it, you know. But knowing that hopefully I could save somebody from putting themselves through the hell that I put myself through, that's the reward. You know, I'm going to let you guys know, a lieutenant that I know hit me up as in the comments. And he told me he thought I was the scum of the earth, that there, you know, like I was a menace to society, and that I would never amount to anything except for an evil person, and I would be doing life anyway on the installment plan. And I got a comment from him telling him that, you know, you're just not who I thought you were, and I'm appreciative that I caught this show. Another correctional officer had told him that he had seen me on there, and so he had watched the show. Because, you know, like I wasn't always the nicest guy to them either. You know, like you get bored as hell when you're in there, and you get mouthy sometimes and all that shit's gonna get you beat up anyway. You know, for 7 days, I don't know if you guys know what a submarine cell is, but there's a lip on the bottom of the door, and then the door comes to the floor. So there's no light in there once they shut that little window. And for 7 days, I think it was 7 days, I'm guessing it was somewhere around 7 days, they would, and I'm going by meals, you know what I mean? They shut off all the lights and just left me in there, and I couldn't see nothing, you know what I mean? The toilet, I couldn't see anything. My eyes adjusted to somewhat, a little bit, but I couldn't see anything, you know? And then late at night, they would come in there and just pummel the shit out of me. And that was a nightly thing, you know, for, I'm pretty sure it was 7 days. I'm pretty sure it was like 21 meals or something like that. And I don't have to live that way today, man. You know, I don't have to let my mouth, these guys get pulled over and they want to start talking all this hardcore shit to these police, wondering why they're getting slammed on the ground, getting shot, getting cuffed up. Come on, man. Just like if you did it and you're busted, I'm not saying, I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to run, man. If I did it and I'm busted and they got me, I ain't trying to run. Just not going to do it. I'm going to get caught. They're going to beat the shit out of me. All these car chases, how many people do you see get away? None. You know what I mean? All these people pulling triggers, you know, they may get away for a minute, and then, you know, 10 years later, there's some new science that gets you busted just as you're putting your life together, and you got the wife and kids and all this stuff, and the science gets you busted. I've seen where they were using a larva or flies or whatever to determine how long and this and that by the body, and that's how they had caught someone, was because of the insects that were around the body, and it put a timeline to everything, and they ended up catching the person, and it was like 14 years later. You know what I mean? Like, here it is. They're thinking they done got away with everything, and all of a sudden, their life's just fucking over. They had 14 additional years on the streets, but I can tell you what, it was a wrap from there. You know? What happened to the good old days where people just put their fists up and got them up? Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? That's how it was when I was a pup. You know? You just chunk them. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. Now people get beat up, they get their feelings hurt and their pride hurt, and they want to show off for their homeboy, so they pull out a blade and punch holes in his neck or in his whatever, or they pull a trigger. Those are 2 seconds of bad decisions that's going to cost you the remainder of your life. You know? It's just crazy, and it's not worth it. And I hope that by you guys watching some of our channels, you realize that you need to slow down and think before you do any actions, you know? And as far as like suicide and all those thoughts, you guys have people to talk to today. You know, there's people available for you to talk to. None of that shit was available when I was a pup. You know, I mean, you had a school counselor that you probably got stoned with during the weekend anyway. Like I remember we got stoned with my math teacher and fucking my PE teacher and the school counselor. You know, I used to sell them weed when I was a pup. So, you know, it was a different era, you know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to spending some time with you guys. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be out there hustling. I got 2 more parking tickets that I'm still trying to get caught up. So it is what it is. You know, I was starting to let it get me down, but I'm just not going to do it anymore. I'm just going to do the next right indicated thing, and everything seems to work out. I mean, it's not like I'm starving to death. I do have a roof over my head. I have a beautiful girl in my life, you know. I have everything that I need, man. You know what I mean? Not everything I want, but everything I need. And like I say all the time, while I'm complaining with this breath, somebody else is giving up their last breath, and I don't want to be living like that. I don't want to be living miserable. Just because you're clean doesn't mean you have to be miserable, you know? A lot of people seem to think that when people are clean that they're miserable. You know, we're not a glum lot, man. We do all kinds of stuff. Bowling, you know, shit that we wouldn't normally do. And we also hang out with people that we wouldn't normally hang out with. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Because when you're in the life, you're not going to be hanging out with people that are going bowling and, horseback riding. We're getting ready to, Harriet and I are getting ready to go out horseback riding with some friends. We go every year, but this will be the first year Harriet's gone with me. But, like, man, I'm happy. Woo! I never had it so good, man, to get to be out here and get to make my own decisions and get to do what I want to do, as long as I'm willing to hustle enough to get to go do it, So I know this isn't my normal stint on here, but I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys, let you know that I was running short on gratitude for a minute because life was catching up with me. It took a little knee pain to get back on track, you know what I mean? The traffic out here will drive you crazy. You know what I mean? The 101 to the 405 to the 10. Oh my God, it's just nothing fun. You gotta leave 2 hours to get 16 miles. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But guess what? That's what people do every day, man. So why should I be the one complaining? I'm grateful that I get to do these things today. As long as I stay in an attitude of gratitude, then life will be all right. As soon as I start looking at the negativity and shit, negativity is like a disease, man. It just you start feeding on it, and it starts to get comfortable, and it's like hatred, hatred gets comfortable, and it also gets ignorant as hell. You know what I mean? I don't know what to say. Looking forward to becoming a true heavy hitter again, and I haven't abandoned you guys. I just haven't really had the time to hustle, I got some more interviews coming up, Dean, well, I'm going to touch back down with him. We're going to start a thing on Patreon for, one of the things that can't be unseen type videos. We're going to start doing that. Some of the horrific shit that he's either heard about happening in there. I would prefer that they've seen what happened, or, got a pretty good first-hand experience. You're on the same yard that it happened or something like that. I don't want just tales made up. I want you guys to know that the facts, because you guys think that a riot doesn't jump off over a couple pieces of bread. You're gravely mistaken, man. 2 pieces of bread, it could cause a riot. You guys have no idea the stupidest shit that creates all these problems, So I'll probably be coming light on the stories, and you guys be like, bullshit, that shit wouldn't happen behind that. It's true shit. You know what I mean? And people stepping up and saving your ass when you're not of their race too. It's not a very regular thing. In the county jail, there's a better chance of that. But, it's happened to me on more than one occasion. It depends on how you carry yourself and what type of respect you got, So with that, I just wanted to touch bases and tell you all thank you. I've missed you. Looking forward to talking to you more. I got some interviews, like I said, to line up, and I'm going to try and get back on this while I can, get you guys out some daily shit, hopefully. So nothing but love and respect shot your way. If you guys haven't caught Joey818's channel, I'm trying to think of the name of his channel. I'm sorry, like I said, it's late. But I'll probably do an interview with him so that you guys will get to know, because he'll go into a lot more detail than I am. I don't know who he's affiliated with, but he'll say more things than I'm able to say. We'll just say it like that. So I'll do an interview with him, and then you guys can check out his channel. I believe it's called I'm sorry, Joey, that I can't think of it right now. Anyway, I'm not going to look it up on the other phone. Remember, some people want it to happen. Some people need it to happen. But heavy hitters make it happen, and I'm trying to get back on that page. I just want to thank the Millers. Throw them a shout out. He's having a hard time right now, and he's always had my back, and I feel for him. And, and all you guys that are getting at me on Instagram, of course I try and get back at you, and I try and answer your questions that make sense. The ignorant questions, I gotta let them pass, man. I'm just not gonna answer a lot of the shit you guys ask. So, hey, looking forward to spending some time with you. Thanks for being there, man. So, Free from Fetters Grove is what I believe his channel is called. So if you guys want some more of the horrid gore details, I don't know, you know, maybe he's putting them out there. Maybe you'll hear more of what you're wanting to hear. I try and keep this on a positivity channel, and you know, my Patreon is for the horrid shit. You know what I mean? So rest in paradise, GTA. You know, I had a boy that passed away a while back, and I was thinking about him. So nothing but love and respect shot your way. Have a great night, and I'll hopefully talk to you tomorrow. All right, late.